So, on the subject of hypersexualization, I want to talk about what I've had to go through during this Illuminati hell. So, in order to prove that I wasn't a porn star, I had to get naked. Think about how fucked up that is. I had to basically become a porn star in order to prove that I wasn't a porn star. And the process of having to strip for America in order to be heard was so sexist and degrading, although I found a way to make it empowering regardless, although it was very degrading, that it just brought up a lot of issues, and I mourned it hard. I cried so hard the first time, mainly because I was just so sad about the state of how our culture and how the world treats women. And I'm sure when I did that, there was a litany of responses, some positive, some negative, some whatever. And I heard positive responses, but not really. Oh, you're so hot. Yeah, I don't. That's not the point. The point is, it wasn't me in the porns. And I'm sure other people that aren't saying it to my face were saying, criticisms of my body. And I can guess what it is. Like, her tits are small. Well, good. What, you want me to go get a boob job? No. That wouldn't be beautiful to me. This is beautiful to me. Why? Because I don't think women should be so worried about fitting the ideal body type that you want to make us fit. You want me to be what, a 36, 24, 36? Isn't that the thing? No, it's not my body. And I'm just getting really sick of men telling women what is beautiful. You see these curvy women feeling sad about themselves that they don't have a waist like mine. And then you see women, skinny like me, wishing that they had boobs like theirs. And it's just on and on and on. And we go back and forth with these comparisons and these envy and this sadness because we're not measuring up to what we think what is more lovable. It's not love, it's fuckability. And I don't think that that's what being a woman should be about, is fuckability. So yeah, I had to play your little game. And I was like, well, you guys heard how many snaps I took in the bathroom. Like, how much did I really give a shit? Not a whole lot. But I just had to do what I had to do, and it makes me sad that I did. And I know that I, stand now all the little haters and all the people out there that are going to criticize my body, but what I'm saying to you is the fact that you even bother to do that is sexist on its own. If, I had been a man and you did try to take my femininity away from me during this, if I had been a man, you wouldn't be sitting there criticizing my body like that. Not really. And had I been a man, maybe you would have listened to what I said without constantly talking about what I look like. Which I'm sure a lot of you haters have been doing. Non-stop. Ridiculing what I look like. Because you don't want to hear what I have to say. So, I'm just looking at this vast sexism and again, I'm going to point to the fashion industry, which I want to go back to it because I do think it's worth mentioning. In the 50s, there were the type of woman was more like a size 8 to 12 was more the average of what was being featured. And then, Twiggy came in, and it's no knocking of Twiggy, but there was a shift in the fashion industry. But why? The whole point, why the fashion industry was trying to be edgy and subversive, is they were saying the normative is this, so we're going to find this other thing attractive. Okay, that's how you are subversive. You necessarily have to contradict. And then that sort of ran amok to the detriment of a lot of people who were forcing themselves to fit this type. You've accused me of this, and I'm saying, no, I was a model because I'm already like this. I was never trying to be this. It just has always been. But I've seen people try to fit these types, and with much frustration that they're not. And now, and this is really great, you see that there's a shift again in the fashion industry where you see these plus size women coming out and being bold and being like, we're beautiful regardless of your standards. And that's great. That's exactly what we need. But I want to say, it shouldn't just be going back and forth between the extremes. Really, I think more than comparing ourselves to models on either side, we need to stop comparing ourselves as women by what the media or the fashion industry or men tell us is beautiful. And instead find out what is already beautiful about you. And you've got something that's beautiful. Not that that's your value at all, but I'm just saying, everybody does. Maybe it's your hair, maybe it's your eyes, maybe it's your nails, maybe it's your smile, maybe it's your body, maybe it is, who knows? But find what already is good and stop trying to make it into something else. And I promise you, if you think you're beautiful, then the man that's with you will think that it's beautiful too. It's just about believing that you are beautiful, and that starts in believing that your worth is not in what you look like, but who you are. So, anyway, I know you guys are gonna be like, soapbox. Fuck it, man, I got the camera, you don't.